about when the state came to take your daughter away?
I wish I was never born, and this is why. My mental, physical, spiritual health has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse, which I have proof of: court documents, police documents, being admitted, blah, blah, blah. And it's not like a sore back is scoliosis. It's not a stomach ache is Crohn's disease. It's not a headache is trigeminal neuralgia. The suicide pain, worst pain in the world, blah, blah, blah. Fucked up thing is I already knew this was going to happen. When I was little, I knew this was going to happen. So what are we doing here, God? What are we doing? Even after my sixth brain surgery, I was still able to push myself and push myself and push myself, but now I can't. My body's done. Like, my body doesn't have any more resilience in it. My nerves are shot. I don't have nerves. My mind's always in a million places because I got a million things to worry about. Factual, provable, tangible things. Life altering things. Not stuff that is not anything except exaggeration. Been trying to get my food stamp renewed for 10 days in a row, and I get everything they need, and I sent it in and they said, no, we need something different, we need something different. So now I have no food. I got like that much thing of a hamburger left. But I'd rather just not eat and just get up out of here. Just drop dead. That's how bad this is. That's how it's always been. But most people that get on here, that watch videos, you really don't understand what you're talking about. You ain't got a singular clue. Unless you're with the person often enough to see how they used to be and how they are and how it affects them. And that's why people kill themselves. Because ignorant people try to put their sympathies into someone's situation, meaning good, meaning well, not knowing that just because you watch a video of somebody for 10 minutes, you know their whole life, and they've been alive 100 years. That's impossible to know somebody in one video. And I worked until I almost dropped dead, and so even at my worst, I was able to push through, and now I just don't. It's not depression, it's not being lazy. Like, I don't think a lot of y'all be understanding that people can only take so much. I think too many of y'all are delusional. You just think like, oh, you just toughen up, you can do this, you can do that. You can't make yourself unsick. You can't make yourself not have cancer. You can't make yourself not have diabetes. I can't just wave a wand and make my Crohn's disappear or my neuralgia. It's chronic. It's not how that works. It's permanent. Well, at least mine's permanent because I've had 6 surgeries, brain surgeries in 8 years, and it's not done anything at all. Anybody that's had one serious surgery on their heart or their head knows how much of a toll it is. So imagine 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. Not to mention all the pain medicine I've been on since 2016. That's literally killing me. Hydrocodone and all that is like liquid heroin or pilled heroin is what it is. That's why it's so addictive, because it's literally heroin in a pill. It's fucking heroin. That's literal fucking heroin. Anybody that's a doctor or that is a pharmacist will tell you that. But would I rather somebody take something to relieve their pain than to do something worse? Then yeah, of course, don't want anybody to be in pain. Most of y'all are going to be ignorant and be like, oh, he's going to take himself out? Like, no. It's called venting. It's called maybe I could help somebody else if they are going through something similar. Especially Americans. My fellow Americans were too coddled and this and that. And some of us, like myself and others, do know about real struggle. The worst of life, being thrown at you and surviving. But those that don't, they'll never understand these types of videos, and they'll never understand a partner that's really been through some crazy shit. That's why you can't be with that person, because you don't have the ability to remove your biases and really listen to what they're saying and not what you think they're saying. Like, actually fucking listen. Because people love to say, oh, well, do this, we'll do that, do this, do that. Either I've already done it, I've tried to do it, or I don't have the ability to do it. It's like someone's car breaks down in the middle. They live in the middle of nowhere where Courage the Cowardly Dog lives, their neighbor, and the nearest city is 50 miles away, and they don't have a car. Nobody walk that far to and from work. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? At a certain point, y'all gotta start using them like rationale here. Be like, okay, well, what's in your area? What can you do? What can't you do? What's an option? What's not an option? Too many people just generalize every goddamn thing and just make it seem like, oh, just do what I did. Whatever the fuck you were doing ain't got shit to do with what I can do. Everybody's situation is different. I've been thrown up for like 2 weeks straight, just bile, just nothing but bile, and just throwing up. That's how bad my nerves are. And I feel like a stroke or some shit coming on. But all I'm doing is repeating myself all the time. Just keep God first, man. Just repent and find the Lord is the only thing that matters in life. And do your best every day to stay close to Him and live by His commandments. But still don't know why I don't. This is all I do. All I do is look at the time, I look at the date, I check my bank account balance like 50 times a day. I got 20 cents in my food stamps and like 30 cents in my bank account. I've been trying to get stuff monetized and donations and this and that since my I think 5th and 6th brain surgery. And I put in the most amount of energy and time that I could. But it's agonizing to sit down or to lay down or stand up. That's why I'm always getting up all the time or moving. That person that said that they didn't think my thing was real, that I wasn't going to be back on here after my internet's off, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck about stupid shit like that. If people that don't know me, you're just ignorant. But don't plan on being back on because when my internet goes out, then I'll be evicted probably within a week or so, or sometime this next week. And then my main thing is I gotta find a place for my cats. And then after that, I guess people can just have my stuff. I'll just take my computers, I guess, and something or whatever. But only thing I can think of is to call my vet and see if there's somebody there that could maybe foster them for me or something, or I'll just have to give them up for adoption because winter's coming here in Kentucky, and we don't get winter in winter months. We get winter like 2 months early. So the beginning of the end of this month, it's going to be getting really cold. So when I get evicted the end of this month, I'd have to carry my cats around in the carrier thing in the fucking cold, and I'm not doing that to them. So I can go get my gun and go rob and steal and kill and all this shit, but I'm not that type of person. So it'll just be, it's done at this point. So, but I am grateful to the people I was able to help find the Lord. And if y'all enjoy the videos with Harley and Joker and whatnot. But I've been putting all the time and energy into getting stuff monetized on here. And even though I'm affiliated on Twitch, I've never gotten a donation on Twitch, which I guess you can't get them anymore. But I try to get all that going, and just the point is with my health problems getting worse and worse. 90% of the month, I'm totally no good to the world. Like, I'm sick, I'm asleep, I'm in pain, I can't move, this and that. So I'm not ashamed of shit though. I'm just not mad at God. I just don't really see what this is. What's the point of this? Worked my whole life, struggled my whole life in the worst ways to get where I'm at. See, like, I saw something on a Christian channel I follow, and it said that Job lost everything again and God restored it twofold or something like that. I thought he lost everything once. I have no idea. But I'm most similar to Job and to Daniel in the Bible, but I'm like, fuck all this shit in here. The only thing that matters is my cats. And if I lose them, then it doesn't fucking matter what's restored, because the only one that can come back that came back from the dead is the Lord. People and animals are dead, they're gone, they don't come back. I woke up and saw that post, and I just thought like it was Satan trolling me or something. I don't know, it's fucking weird. I don't really give a fuck anymore about much of anything. Just waiting to die at this point. That would be mercy in my situation. Y'all gotta realize everybody can't overcome every single thing and just fucking pull through, and just by doing this and that, it don't work like that. But if I have to sell everything I have to find a place for my cats, then I'll do that. But if you're not from Kentucky, you don't know how bad the winters are. You can't have a cat out there and outside like that. And my car's broke down, so I can't keep them in the car. Because somebody will be like, oh, you have a car? Just live in out of your car. My car's broke down. I can't get it fixed. Y'all ain't getting the shit. I don't give a fuck. And I can say that because I tried my very best. Giving a fuck simply means that you actually care about trying to do your best to get the best outcome in life. And not giving a fuck is you've done all the best you can and it didn't work out. It's just life. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about anything, but the reality is the reality. And the fucked up thing is there's not anybody that I know personally um, that's reached out or anything. So, and that's like literally my siblings or anybody, nobody. Which it doesn't matter, it's fine. People have lives. But it's just to paint a picture that a lot of people don't have anybody to help them. And for people that are used to having help and stuff, they can't understand what people like me are talking about. So, I thought my internet was going to be off. I guess it's still on because this movie is on and that's on. But oh, the person that said that my phone isn't off or something, you can call my phone and see it's off. My number is 502-548-0276. Go ahead and call it and you'll see that it's off. The fuck you're talking about. Anyway, just with my health getting worse and everything and trying to... And then I've been trying to get on disability for 10 years, by the way. Every time I talk to my therapist, she said, I don't understand why you're not on disability from the first year you applied. So it ain't like, oh, he's only been on here for a year and he's saying that da-da-da. It ain't working out. Like, no, it's just a 10-year process, man. Like, what are y'all even talking about? 99% of people in the world just fucking see some shit and don't do no research. And even I catch myself doing it sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. And I gotta do my research on stuff before because the last thing I want to be is ignorant. That's the last thing I want to be. I want to know the right information in the right context. So, but I'm not going to post anything after this unless if some money comes in. And see, that's the fucked up thing. Just to even try to make more money or to get more donations or get whatever, I have to actually pay my internet and phone bill instead of my rent because I don't have any other way to make any income without that. But then I can't even pay my rent anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like I said, I'm just repeating myself. The point is I did the best I could with everything, and we're trying to get the channel going and all my other stuff, and I appreciate everybody's support throughout everything. So unless some miracle happens within the next day or two, or prior to my internet getting turned off, if I can get some money together somehow and get that together, which then my electric bill is going to be turned off too soon, I think. But uh, if something comes through, then I'll keep posting. But if I don't post again, then that just means that it just went worst case scenario, and every effort's been made. Like, everybody on Titanic wasn't saved. As much as people hate seeing that, that's the reality of life. You can't save everybody from a bad situation. That's why we got to be kind to each other every day. So if something comes through, I'll put a update on the comment. But if you don't see any future posts from anywhere, then that means I've got to find a place for my cats and figure out how to be homeless. I don't know. Just fucking walk outside and just whatever. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. The only one I had was my mom, and she's gone. So losing my cats would be like losing my mom again. So fuck it. We all need a reason to live. And I don't mean like killing yourself or something. I mean a reason to be motivated and get up and do stuff every day and work towards something. But if you ain't got nothing to come home to, then there ain't no reason for doing much of anything outside of just arbitrary NPC shit like The Sims. So but I was hoping that I would get monetized with different things and that money coming in, and then get disability and then the back payment, which would be a big help. And then I was just praying that some stuff would come through in this 10-year process. And main thing was that the first surgery would have worked and I could have got back to work. That was the main goal. But that hasn't happened. So Lord knows I ain't got shit to be ashamed of. I'm not a quitter. I'm not quitting or nothing. But at some point, you got to come to reality and stop living in a delusion that things are going to get better if they're only getting worse. So anyway, if you see an update on here, then you know things turned around. I know it's not, but just to be objective. But 99% likelihood you don't see me anywhere again. I've just put all the effort I can into trying to get stuff going, and it just didn't work out. All right.